Punchin in podcast, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Wave,
Z.
You know what I'm saying? We back again, episode 2. Talk about a couple of things and shit. Coming off of a good weekend in MMA, good weekend in combat sports of all sorts. Bare knuckle, MMA, boxing, and a whole bunch of other shit that happened. Damn, I don't know. There's literally a lot of things we got on the docket to talk about today. I'll say though, I hear a lot of noise.
A lot of noise
about Aljo looking to
go up, or should he stay at 135?
I mean,
go up or stay.
In a nutshell, I get it. I understand wanting to test new waters because at this point he's a champion, so it's really only so much he can do. Win the bout again at 135, But
to that same extent, I kind of think he should go up because we don't want to see that same fight again at 135. I don't want to see him. I
don't care to see it too much, but there's people out there that want to see him, get his rematch, and they say that his work as the champion and what he did at 135 kind of gives him the jurisdiction to get another title shot. But in the same breath,
you got knocked out in the first round. No one ever gets that title rematch after getting knocked out in the first round.
And it's a different monster to get.
Charles got choked out.
Listen. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was the first. It was the second.
He got choked out.
No.
He got finished.
But in the same. No, listen. I was saying whether it was the first or second, it was still early, and he got finished.
And that's
point blank, and that's kind of what gives him, But that means that he'll have to, do a lot of stepping up and trying to figure out what it is that he has to do. So I don't know. I feel like personally,
he should go up.
If he does go up, no, I'm not saying he should, but for the sake of choice, I guess, man.
I say he goes up.
Why not shoot,
Max Holloway.
Take the risk, but I'm not saying that you need to go ahead and take arguably the number one guy in the division for the past decade. Nah, I'm not saying you should do that though. I don't think that he should go up and face Max Holloway. Not one bit.
It's not
one bit.
It doesn't favor him.
I'm saying, okay, listen, in your debut, you're going against the damn near touted number one guy in the division. Damn near. Whether he damn near fights like the number one guy if he's not ranked number one right now.
You are correct.
And everybody at featherweight at 145 is not. They've not been able to do shit with fucking Max.
And that's why
Arnold Allen. Who else you can name? All of the niggas that's been.
And that's why we say you give him another champion to fight.
Even Arnold Allen gave him a tough fight, and then Max cracked him in the last round. Had him on his back for the whole fight. Come on, man.
But
Calvin Kattar.
But has Max ever been in there with a wrestler like?
Not necessarily. He's fought grapplers. Don't get it fucked up. But
of the same of.
No, but let's be real. You think that? Do you possibly think that his reach can fuck with Holloway's reach for real?
I think I can't put anything past two champions. I could not be surprised if he's the first. You know what I mean? Max is a champion.
Maybe the fight can go.
Don't get me wrong. If you ask me who's gonna win, if I'm gonna say it like this, if it stays on the feet, I'm going all the way, all my chips on Max. If that fight goes on the ground for anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes, I'm giving it to Aljo. I have to.
Okay.
Because the respective champions and the respective.
It's more of a we'll have to see kind of thing.
Exactly. So that's why I can't give you an honest answer.
It's so I don't know if we see. Listen, I'll say this.
And he just called out Max.
I'll give you one matchup I would like to see if he does do this 145 step up. I mean, there's a couple of dudes he could see, but if he fights a dude like Ortega, or he fights a dude like a dude that's coming up like Movsar Evloev, who's nobody wants problems with that dude and his grappling. His grappling is fucking retarded. You got fucking
that might interest Aljamain though because of that. That might interest him, but his eyes
just to stop his hype train.
But his eyes are set and still I'm a champion.
That kid is already top 10 in 2 fights in the UFC.
Understand and respect him, but in Aljamain's mind, I'm still a champion. I come from a champion cloth, which you should feel like that.
That's respectable. You know what I mean? That's a respectable way to look at it, but you also got to look at it like, okay, you a champion, but you're not a champion in this weight class. And all of that way looking at it, like that would be the easiest way for somebody to humble that ass for real. And I mean, listen, I'll say for the sake of him wanting to immediately get the
belt or being that belt,
and I can understand wanting to shoot that high. I just wouldn't say that it should be against a dude like Max just yet. Maybe a Calvin Kattar, maybe a Yair Rodriguez, maybe a Josh Emmett per se. I don't know, but
we'll have to see. We'll have to
definitely see.
We'll have to see. Well, going on to the next topic, the Arman and Bobby fight.
Well, that just made it a whole. I mean, at this point, we could just go ahead and go into UFC Austin at this point because that was the whole catalyst, and I mean, that probably didn't the ticket sales because
if he dies,
he dies. It had me glued like, oh, these niggas about to really. I mean, at the end of the day, we all kind of seen what happened if you follow Twitter or anything like that, and then
you watched the fight, you seen the clips, you seen the memes,
and you would see that
we had a Mario Yamazaki moment with our referee.
I mean, listen, bro.
And he's a very experienced referee, so
Kerry Hatley did some bullshit. Not gonna lie to y'all, and he hasn't been that kind of referee to do kind of that many kind of fuck ups or like that. But I'll say this shit happens. It's just how the sport goes. And at the end of the day, Jalen Turner did get the W on Bobby Green, who knocked him. And I'm not gonna lie, he got the dub. I'll say this though, I'm not gonna lie to you, that whole situation with Arman and Bobby might have had a play into why that
his mind wasn't
might have gone away, and
a little bit had his mind off the fight a little bit.
All right, I say that because
Bobby was on a tear,
but you already geared to be fighting. Your nerves is already high. You're anxious, etc., etc. I mean, maybe from a professional, he might look at it like, all right, I'm kind of already like known into this shit, but I'm still nervous when it's about to be showtime. You could already have so many fights, but those nerves are still going to be there, regardless to your persona. Not even your persona, but
resume.
I understand. The experience in the ring and the octagon per se. And I'll say, like, listen, dude, that whole situation was fucked up, man. It was just some other bullshit. And listen, whether Bobby had said something, man, that's what the whole premise is. I'm hearing that Bobby had opened his mouth and said something about Arman, and that's why
he confronted him with his whole crew. So
that's what kind of did, and that's what kind of made the whole.
It made the whole thing bad. If you're gonna confront somebody, be a man about it. Confront him by yourself. Yeah, you can't control the actions of others, but you are a professional athlete. You are the captain of the people that you have around you. You are the fighter. They're there for you. So that means, in the end of it, you are in charge.
Yeah.
You need to know, hey, I'm a man. I need to go talk to Bobby about whatever happened. You guys are in the fight game, so there's no need to come in unfair numbers already as it is when Bobby's sitting there chilling. Yeah, whatever Bobby said. We understand the frustrations, but at least come to him like a man. Don't come to him when you got your brothers and everybody behind you. And then when he retaliates the same way,
then everybody's like,
what? Bobby, you're crazy.
Exactly.
Blah, blah,
But y'all know
this
what
is
that's
unprofessional.
y'all know why
Which
that's
it
like
was
that.
unprofessional. But
Y'all know why that's
how
like
do you expect a man to react when he was in the corner listening to music, and the next
mind
thing
his
you know,
fucking business, and
you
then
got six people around
you
you
got niggas
who
rushing
are
him.
all professional fighters? I would be on go to. I would be on go to. But on that note, what do we do with Armand now? Does Armand have to go with?
No, I mean Armand, that dude ain't. He's not gonna fight. Listen,
If it's on
the
who
tip
does he
of,
fight next?
if it's on the tip of some vengeance, I don't see Green going ahead and fighting him.
No, of course not. No. On that note, who's next for Armand?
If it's not Charles, Poirier or Gaethje, I don't know.
So even though Turner gets that win, Turner
Chandler's not fighting anybody until
so he goes to fight over Turner, even though Turner gets that win at the fifth spot. Turner just beat Bobby, so technically Turner's in fifth.
But I think Armand is already is ranked higher than him.
He is, but who else are you gonna give him? Charles? You can't give him Charles.
I mean, I'll be real with you.
Charles,
I think he might pack Charles out.
Exactly. It's not a fight.
He might pack him out.
Exactly.
But the fight is the Makhachev fight. So it might just get to a point where Makhachev just says, fuck all of this. Bring this guy. And then,
okay. There we go. That's what I like.
That might get to a point.
That's what I like.
Know. But let's not get too off track about things. I mean, we still got UFC, Austin. recap out and everything like that. Looking at it's damn near a crazy fucking fight night out of how many it was? Like
10, 13, 12,
something like 12 fights, and out of 12 fights, I think there was 9 finishes. Yeah, 9 finishes. And man, let's start off with Veronica Hardy and Jamie Lynn Horth. Good fight, competitive fight between them both. I felt like Hardy definitely edged out the first. She was a little bit ahead. The second kind of got a little. The
second, you could score it either way. You could probably score it even a draw in the second round if you really want to be technical with it. It was a very close second round.
Yeah.
Third round,
I felt like
Horth edged that round in my opinion. Horth had more urgency, more control time, technically more damage in that round, more significant strikes, just all around.
But in the grand scheme of things,
Hardy edged her and got the win.
Yeah.
Next we got the Wellington Turman and Jared Gooden fight.
All right. Well, I mean, Jared Gooden is he's kind of one of those. He's a finisher. He's one of those like rough, like to fight motherfuckers who's gonna go in there and bite on his mouthpiece, do whatever they
try to get
do,
you out of there.
He's trying to get you up out of there. And Turman is tough, man, but Turman has kind of not really been looking too crazy. Gooden caught a rear naked, and
top of the second round.
Yeah,
the beginning of the second round.
Yeah. Maybe got after that, Rodolfo Bellato going against Ihor Potieria, with Bellato getting the fucking knockout to TKO-ish in a way by punches.
Flurry of punches.
Yeah, and that's kind of his thing. That's what he did in the Contender Series. Mm-hmm. He was a Contender Series guy, and both of them are actually Contender Series guys.
They gave a good fight.
But at this point, though, after this point, the card just so
if you guys didn't watch the next 2 fights.
It was damn near Slam City. Niggas was getting their brain slammed out of that shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I thought these niggas was just like, all right, I guess because we now partnered up with WWE, we have to start whooping out fucking finishers and shit.
2 slam finishes on the side. Two
slam finishes from niggas trying to get a submission. Same like literally back to back. It's never been done.
You always taught
and they have a crazy
never slam when you're in a
and
submission.
not to cut you right, but in the same fucking breath, they had some crazy stat that they was counting, but like for throughout the years, it's only been like one slam knockout per year, and this year is the only year that there's been two. Are you fucking
And
serious?
2 in the same card, let alone the same.
I'll be real with y'all niggas. Last year UFC Austin was fucking ridiculous, and this year is last year was all finishes last year.
And look, it picks off
And this one, it
picks off where it comes off. Not all finishes, but 9 out of 12.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
And after that, we have Zachary Reese and
Cody.
No, we have Zachary Reese and Cody Brundage and Jakar Close and Joe Selecki, which both was my slams. Jakar Close won his and slammed the shit out of Joe Selecki, and fucking Cody Brundage packed Zachary Reese's lunch. Who's a fucking Zachary Reese is crazy.
Just came back off of injury for tearing out his ACL too.
And not to mention he was a guy that just competed on what the hell it was fucking the Contender Series. He was just paying. I forgot about that. He did. He was another guy that was getting his ass kicked. And he caught the sub, and now this nigga tries to go for the sub and another
look back on the right track. Look, back on the hype train.
So now we're looking at
Miesha Tate, Julia,
Davila, and it was a wash. Miesha Tate, showing why
she's a veteran, former champion, showing her there's levels to this. No offense to Julia, but
Panda was in there, she just wasn't. I think she was intimidated.
And once Miesha Tate got in her flow,
y'all have to see it for yourself to really see that. Now we got the main card. The main. All right. So when I watched the main, and it was literally like I started that main at like 3:00. I finished the whole shit literally by 6 a.m. I was.
The main did not disappoint at all.
Straight action, the whole shit.
Oh.
So we got Punahele Soriano going against Dustin Stolfos. We talked about this fight last week. I felt like going into this that Soriano was going to go in here and get the job done with his boxing, and
he had to say
fucking wrong.
He looked
like dog shit. Stolfos looked like he was game. He was not playing with that man, and he caught him with the rear naked choke in the second round.
After full dominance,
literally at the top of the round, at 4:10, he caught him. So, yikes.
Clay Guida.
Oh, talk about a fucking fight that I was stop it. Before I say anything, we have to acknowledge that guy is a fucking legend. And he's the embodiment of a fucking vet. I personally think they might have robbed this nigga in that fight. I personally think Clay won it, no bias. From what I was watching, I'll watch it again just to, but I don't know. I don't see how Silva was able to get it after he started to actually start picking up shit in the third round when Clay was on his ass. I mean, he might have. I like a lot.
Clay looks the same as Clay did
back in the day.
10, 20
years. Continuously digging for the takedown, dirty boxing, clinching, all types of sorts. He was on game, man.
Relentless.
He fought a good fight and he lost, and I gotta give it up to him. He's a fucking veteran.
I love him. He puts it on for all of the older fighters. That shows that age is nothing but a number. Get in there and put this work in, and you can do it.
Yeah, man. But Joaquin Silva beat Clay Guida by unanimous decision.
Controversial, in my opinion, in our opinions. But we'll watch it again and we'll see. We'll get back to it next week.
I don't know, man. I kind of disagree with how that fight went, but it was close enough, I guess. We'll say now we're up to what? Sean Brady and Gastelum? Kelvin Gastelum?
I went with Kevin Gastelum, and I would personally say...
Which is Gastelum's return to his original weight at 170. And
I was rooting for my boy Kevin Gastelum. Sean Brady was the better man that day. And Sean controlled him. Sean put on a master class.
I said that he was not going to. I said after how he got beat by Bilal, He was not gonna go in here and let
Sean
he
showed
wasn't
it.
gonna let another nigga go in here and beat him again.
Sean's grappling game is up
You
there.
niggas better know.
Y'all better understand he's coming.
That style is
it's very in
a
the UFC
style
right now.
It's very unpopular, but it's hair for that kickboxer style. They don't know how to
stop
manage
it
on the ground. But I mean, Sean Brady called him up out of there with a Kimura in the third round, and that was
it was either that or his shoulder.
Man, an entertaining fight that we got though.
Rob Font, Davidson,
All right, I'll say about Figgy. When I going into this, I felt like Rob was gonna be able to not. I don't know what the fuck is going on with him.
Rob is
personally,
he probably needs a new camp. He needs a new camp. Rob.
It's something needs to.
Nothing against his coaches, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's broken right now, so it's time to fix it. So you know what I mean. He's nothing against his coaches, but he's
losing these fights within the gap, bro. And
these are fights that he should.
Figueiredo shouldn't have looked that good against a solidified 135.
And no disrespect to Figgy.
And 130, a solidified 135er in fucking.
No disrespect
Rob
to Figgy.
It doesn't make any sense, man.
Rob was 2 steps behind there. He was not 2 steps. He was 1 step behind.
He was all over him.
It was just.
He was there first every time. Jack with the hand, whenever.
It made Rob look like in his own game in the boxing game. It made him look.
Once it got to any kind of like grappling, it was over with. He packed his lunch, man. I don't know, man. But Figueiredo with the unanimous decision,
Co-main.
Yeah. Co-main, which brings us back full circle to what we said before. We already know Jalen Turner, he packed up.
He packed up Bobby Green's lunch in the first round, halfway through, 2:49 in. And let's just say, like we said, the referee was sleeping while Bobby Green was on his back, defenseless.
It felt like he was letting him try to fight it out.
He was trying to let him go to war, but it's not a title fight. He got rocked. Then got grounded. He did not once try to turn around, move forward, or anything. He went straight to defense.
Yeah.
At that point, as a referee, you should know that fighter. You also told him to fight back from the time he went on the ground. He cannot fight back. He's dazed.
That's true.
You are a veteran referee. There's no room for that. There's no room for.
He definitely should have stopped it.
CTE is real, and you gave Bobby Green unwanted damage for no reason. Yeah. You made Bobby Green go to sleep in a situation he did not need to go to sleep in.
Absolutely.
That you caused unwanted damage to a fighter, and now he's probably gonna have to sit out for a bit because of it. And you're gonna cost him a paycheck. Because he's going to miss out on fights that he could be fighting in and staying in that race and probably lose his rank even more. Because he's going to have to sit out because he got put to sleep for a bit.
I don't think it's going to be that.
It's not going to be wrong, but think about it. All fights are booked up. All fights are booked up. And you can't jump in now. At least if you got finished and you were still coherent, you could have jumped in and fill in for some fight that might injure you.
Yeah.
But now you are off the limits for that. Medical doctor's not clearing you at least for a month or 2. So, say if anybody comes off of UFC 300, you can't come in. And that's something that you know what I mean? That's something that anybody would love to be.
Then
it is.
We definitely will have to see. Yeah. I mean, that all leads us to the main event since you already know what's going on with that. And the main event was obviously fucking Beneil Dariush and Arman Tsarukyan, which ended about just as fast as the last fight. No, probably.
And for all you people saying for Dariush to retire, it's only 2 losses to high caliber. 2 losses. He's not retiring. It's 2 losses to high caliber. Hold on. I'm sorry, man. It's like he lost to 2 high caliber fighters. All right, Charles Oliveira and him. Like, you guys can't stop with that. Like, it's wrong. It's disrespectful. You know what I mean? Let's not act like Dariush wasn't that guy right before these 2 losses. Like, he wasn't. You know what I mean? He was fighting winning streak, packing people's lunch. Like,
shit out of Tony Ferguson.
Like, listen, Tony. El Cukier, come on. Like, let's just chill out. Like, just put some respect on him. He got 2 losses to high caliber fighters. What was his number? It's the fight game. He got his number called. He got knocked out the first fight, so the dude already knew his button can be hit. Once your button is found, we all know it's hard because now everybody knows.
Here's what I'm gonna say, man.
You know,
right now,
but all respect to his fighter, Armand.
Armand is the next dude up right now.
Armand, all respect.
I gotta put some respect on the dude. Name his power, wrestling. He can do it all. I'll be real with you. They run that Makachev fight. Makachev is in for a fight again because that dude gave him a fight last time.
But I think this is how it's gonna happen. They're gonna give him Charles, and whoever wins that fight gets the next fight for the belt. That's what they're gonna do. I think. In my opinion,
I think that he might end up beating the shit out of Charles though.
That will be for another day, and you might be surprised. Let's not count on Charles like he isn't that guy.
I'm not gonna count Charles. I'm not gonna.
You know what I mean? Charles is arguably one of the scariest people on the floor.
That's true.
In this fight game right now, and possibly ever. We cannot disrespect his title for how many finishes he has.
But as much as you can say that he's got finished on the floor.
And yes, we understand that. He got finished. To a Dakistanian, we understand these guys are different. These Dakistanians are different. That mountain wrestling is different. But we cannot count Charles out. We cannot count Charles out because we counted him out before and he went back out there and won the belt. All right? This is the fight game and anything can happen.
That's true.
Anything can happen. Anybody can be packed lunch and anybody can get guillotined and submitted, and anyone. All it takes is one mistake and one expert to capitalize on the mistake, and both are experts in the ground. So I say that's something that we'll check on the next one.
Yeah. But yo, I mean, other than that, there's been what else happened? Is that
Mike Perry and
thank you. And that is good timing. Thank you. Because
Mike Perry.
I respect.
Can we just talk about Mike Perry's turnaround? Like,
oh man,
not even turnaround because he's still the same guy. All right. Shout out to Mike. All right. But
he's getting paid.
I'm loving that Mike is getting paid.
He's getting paid right now.
And he's putting on a show, and he's still the same Mike Platinum Perry that we know.
Yeah, just he's not having niggas trying to go do the wrestling, and niggas not kicking him and everything like that. So he's doing his thing with bare knuckle. He got a listen. I want that dude to go to the sky when it comes to it. He's a good fighter. He's a down to earth dude. I will say though,
Jorge Masvidal. If you want to be the man to go out there and go fight Mike Perry,
he's not doing no bare knuckle. Crazy as fuck. He's about to be continuing because he's about to be continue to fucking run his promotion and book fights and get paid. That nigga, he's putting the fights. He's putting this fist up. If he's fighting, it's gonna be for some substantial money. Nigga,
that's what
I'll tell you that. And he ain't doing no bare knuckle. I don't think not right now. For what? It has to. And if he's going bare knuckle, it's gotta be against somebody substantial, and it gotta be some bread. Masvidal has done. He's a legend
in that bare knuckle.
Listen, and I would say this though, like for him to even get back to that Oka shit, it would have to be so much cash that has to even like.
What you thinking, like 25 million?
Bro, like I wouldn't say that. That's kind of outlandish, but I would say probably like 10 to make him 5 to make him crack, but 10 to make him definitely get his ass up.
Let me tell you this. If I pull up the post, Mike Perry with his bloody face, purple eye. Hold on.
Bro,
Mike Perry just said, I would be honored for you to come fight out.
Masvidal never fought at 185.
I know. Check me out. He said, why don't you come out here and we both make 15 mil and get this bare knuckle shit going.
Bro, come on.
He said, I'd be honored to fight him.
I mean,
you gotta keep the words in the mouth of the man. He went on the podcast, bloody eye, belt on his shoulder, and said, I don't want to be disrespectful.
It's a draw. It's a draw. No. But
I'm
in the
drawn.
same breath, but you
I'm
gotta think of
drawn.
it though, as a nigga that's in that shit. Yeah, you're gonna want to bring all these MMA niggas that you was in the UFC with, and be like, yo, come into my world. Let me beat your ass real quick and go get some money off your name. Yeah, nigga. That's why I respect Mike Perry. Niggas is smart about it. Yeah. Come on, buddy.
He pulling
Come on, man.
50
Yeah,
vibes.
come on, dude. Come on, man.
And 50 Cent
Yeah, come
vibes.
on, let's go pick up this money too, though. Yeah. But yeah, bare knuckle this shit though. None of that. No kicking. None of that shit. But bare knuckle's a different bag. You gotta have a stomach for bare knuckle though. 'Cause a lot of niggas don't even have a stomach for that.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. If UFC blood and bare knuckle blood is different. Listen, in bare knuckle, there's going to be blood. In UFC, it might not be blood. It might not be swelling. In bare knuckle, there's going to be swelling. There's going to be blood. There's going to be black eyes. There's going to be broken noses. It is going to be blood spit out on every haymaker punch. It is cool. It's crazy. It is crazy.
But listen, I'll also say this though. I mean, it wouldn't be punching in if we didn't, at least talk about boxing and what the fuck happened in boxing this week. And y'all know Garcia, Ryan Garcia, the kid, made his return after that whole tank debacle and everything, and the whole fallout with fucking De La Hoya and everybody. I mean, at this point, man, all right, listen. I don't know how many people are really that well versed into boxing like that. And even you, I love you to death. I'm not sure how well versed you are into boxing, but you should. A lot of people should know or do their research into De La Hoya and his movements and how he moved. Dude, he's not what niggas be thinking he is, man. And like niggas gotta look at it. It was
good riddance.
Niggas gotta look at it like at this point. I never had nothing against Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like he had a lot of Instagram hype to him, opposed to him actually doing work in the boxing ring. Wanting to be a champion. I get it.
Stop posting so much and training.
You at 140 right now. You at 140 right now. You fighting with dogs. You need to understand though, like. There's a lot of niggas right now, like in the 140 boxing range, it's not fucking playing. That's not gonna be fucking playing around with him. What? Come on, let's be fucking for real. You got Regis, pro guys. You got fucking Josh Taylor, Josh Taylor ain't really look too crazy like that, but because he's that. I mean, you ask me that Jack Catterall fight that he lost that shit. I watched that Thursday. Jack Catterall was on his ass. Boy, you got he's still with aim in the division. You got Devin Haney right now. We got Subriel Matias. That one nigga, that one Cuban. No, I think he either Cuban or Brazilian. He's something. He's a problem though. He's stopping niggas. And he's not even stopping niggas to where niggas is getting knocked out. He's stopping niggas to where niggas is in the stool like, yo, I'm done fighting. I ain't even trying to fight cuz no more.
5 fights. 5 niggas.
Last 5 niggas, he stopped. Like, niggas was like, yo, I'm
professional
cool. Niggas said, yo, I'm alright.
Said, I'm not getting off the stool until we raise an hand.
So right now, Ryan Garcia is he's in a good division
Check
full of dogs.
His gloves.
He's in a good division full of dogs right now. But you got to see when he works his way up to fights like that, how it looks for him and how it goes for him. Respectfully, I'm gonna say though, man, what he did with Oscar Duarte, who's a fucking dog, and that is true. I mean, listen, he kind of son kind of definitely gave up a good performance, and he got something up out of it. So he's doing what he has to do. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, man. I mean, shit. I mean, there really ain't nothing. Yeah, I mean, other than that, it was like I said, it was a cool weekend. It was definitely cool weekend for the fighting world and everything that happened between bare knuckle boxing and fucking MMA.
And then even some signings in the UFC. Some people. catching some fame.
Oh, that French kid.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's a good
36-year-old, 6'7" kickboxer, heavyweight. All right.
Yeah.
He's a heavyweight that moves like a middleweight. Honest to God.
There's a lot of them though. That's
A
moving.
lot of them moving like that. That's nowadays, so it's not really nothing to say, but still, he's 36 moving like that. That
But the
we
only thing
can't
that's scary is that he's 36.
That is it's a double-edged sword, because either he gets in now and he puts on a show now and he does something John Jones, not like John Jones, but say time frame.
It's a 5-year span.
Yeah, the time frame. Yes, I'm not comparing him to John.
Retirement. It's a 5-year span, so it kind of shortens.
So either he does something spectacular, he comes there and finishes people, and the UFC makes them their next star child to go against, Aspinall, Pavlovich, Blades, all these other heavyweights out there, or he does what everyone else, he doesn't do as good.
Yeah.
But he's coming off 3 fights, 3 finishes. Within the first round, I think 15 seconds in every 3 fights too. Yeah. That's something to say, Just keep your eyes on him, and we'll see what he does in the UFC on his first fight.
Definitely, man.
I'm Z.
Wave, man. This is Punchin.
All right.